Well, Marcus, I am back with another video. We will chat again with another review on Metaphor. Chapter 15 dropped, well, few days. Dropped on Monday, really. I'm quite late to this, actually. My bad. But yeah, I'm picking out though. I'm more mixed on the manga. Well, on its own, it's not that bad. Some elements. Like, I like how expressive it can be with comedy. Like, it allows the characters to be more anime-like with their comedy expressiveness. No, I don't need the comedy in the game, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, seeing their more anime-like expressions make it into the manga, with the faces and stuff, is something I appreciate. And how, but some changes don't even work. It just rushes some things. Like, again, I know I keep mentioning this, but a strong Hokubu situation. Since most of the first arc was cut down to have Will wake up to his archetype during the battle against a human in the courtyard, or the town square, whatever. Instead of, before that, long before that, at the trip, and in a small castle in the woods. As Joel's waking in against that stupid bastard, who did reappear, I think, in the previous arc. Yeah, I just saying. And then Juno did not waken her arc. They only cut the entire story arc, only got to the start of it. With the beheading of Juna. Joanna. Like I said, there's no. I mean, they made some changes, but I'm kind of sad now for the arc. Like, how is Juna going to wake up to her archetype? Since, well, she awakened it in doing that arc that was cut. But then they kept that Glodo still alive, though. What are they going to do with him now that he's alive, since he died in the game? Again, this is why I'm mixed. I like it. It's quite fun. But some changes just really hurt the story. Especially if you're not even familiar with the games. I hope I don't get copyright for that, because that's not my fault to sound like that. They have LTV on 100%. Not joking, they have the TV on 100%. They say my TV's too loud. They say my tally's too loud. I only have 40%. They have 100%. And they say tell me to turn it down all the time. What about your TV, huh? You have it much higher than me. I'm really surprised the police haven't come then. Yeah, I'm just really surprised the police haven't come over the years because they're helpless. I ain't got a topic. I'm just really concerned for Juno's awakening in this story. Since, again, they removed the arc that they debuted in. I know because the arc is removed. Basically, have not, since at that point, because that arc existed, they gained Luis's trust. That's why they were told in the first place, then sneak in. As anyone into Juno. And I really convinced Luis that, they were not doing anything wrong. And also, but I find it really interesting that Brasilia Vidello weren't there with you. Because in the game, don't forget, Juno and JC joined our party. So basically, we are looking after her, because it's more safer. And that's the reason why Basilio and Fidello tugged along in this story arc. Because under always Louise and protect Juna, The game version's good in its own way, but also seeing the manga version of this story really helps. But really appreciate what they did with the brothers, proving them a bit more from the game. Seeing the sides of them that we saw. I think I saw glimpses of. I'm still gonna be. I had to continue playing Battlefield. It's been a while since I last played. No joke, it's been a while since I last played the game. I've been more busy with Final Fantasy lately. Yeah. I haven't been 16 yet, even though I plan to. I'm still on 15, very early in the story, really. I'm just slogging through. That's just me, not the game's fault. It's not the game's fault I'm slugging through, it's just how, well, kind of is. But not in terms of story, just the level up system I just don't like. I just feel like leveling up through experience. And experience automatically go to your level. And level while you level up. I just don't like how they do it in the game. Just don't like how they do it in the game. Because the only way you can do it is go to a specific campsite or hotel and stuff to just level up. So basically, before doing, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm continuing playing. Before doing the next mission, grind some monsters, do level up, then go to a camp of the night, and that'll be a pretty strong level. Because again, it makes it really, it kind of ruins the facing for me, because with a proper level system, you'll be able to. Okay, because it's called versus 13, and 13's level system was slightly different to regular Final Fantasy games. Maybe that's why. Anyway, recently we make and beat it. Rebirth's coming out on Xbox soon. I pre-ordered that, so good to replay it, but there's some parts I won't like replaying. The Chocobo race, the card game part. Maybe because I suck at it. I don't understand why I'm doing wrong on it. There are so many games I won't do. I hate being forced to do stuff I'm not good at. I guess back to the story. Let's just get into the manga story. Right. So the chapter opens up with again on their way to Virgo Island. The question of how nervous as girl that ran already as a boat. I mean, they never even told him about the island. It's the most quicker way, isn't it? Because there's tinkering. Of course, I still find I'm curious. Like, there's some changes that I do like. That not bad in the original, but still good in it. All right. Like the change with change in the scenes with Newest when he was introduced. Since in the game it was more playful, it was more comedic, playful laughs. But the game is treated in the manga though, it's treated a little more seriously. The English release is still not yet being revealed, so we had to wait a while now. That's why more Japanese volume because I just really want to own it while waiting. Also, according to sources, next chapter of JoJo Part 9 releases tomorrow, March 19th. As you know, tomorrow, I'm recording, is the debut of Steel Ball Run's anime. I'm looking forward to watching it. Let's see what they changed around. Mostly after tomorrow, though, will probably be made clear on how it was going to be released weekly or in batches. I just hope it's the weekly format. Because that makes sure they learn less of what happened last time they released their series in batches. Theoretically, that would have worked, but the schedule of David Milch's unfamiliarness with doing batch releases really affected the quality of Stone Ocean. I recently rewatched it. Not bad. I like Stone Ocean, but it is very noticeable the low quality moments. Batch 2 actually improved a lot of animation stuff, but not much. Okay, off topic. Hey, just get back on topic. And as again, had to. Not as much as he has a dream. We'll see or build all kinds of machines. I mean, Hindsight are picking up the sounds as someone helping out, asking for help. And well, it turns out to be Judah with Fidelio Basilio. Actually, they were attacked by a sea creature destroying the ship. Which didn't happen in the game, which makes sense because they weren't separate from the group, because they were technically with the group in that story. Yeah, if you want to experience the story of the game, just go play the game. Shouldn't be that expensive right now. It is a good game. I love it. I definitely work our way to an eventual sequel to the story. Which I don't know how they're going to do. Counter stories are over, so what they're going to be doing for the sequel? Are they going to be creating new fantasy worlds with new characters? Or is it going to be a same continuity, but some of the Persona takes place a few years after that? I always like because we really can't see the characters as adults now. Not adults, older than they were in the first game. See how much they grow. You know, it'd be pretty fun. Who do you... Anyway, so anyway, after that, Basilio Padello a bit tough. I mean, Basilio the one is Padello the one leading it. So, sorry. You know, top exterior. Again, the advantage of it being a manga with the comedic expressions. We your usual anime style humor of bonking them on the head. You know? But of course, they're still stubborn. Yeah, it shows Basilio's a little more trusted because that's what his brother says. Again, it begs the characters. So, I'm curious to know how they're going to adapt that story arc, which is the following arc. I'm curious to know how they're going to adapt it. Since, again, they did get Louise's trust here. Maybe they get at the end of the arc, retire to the next one. That's most probably what will happen, but I don't know. We'll see in a couple of months how they're going to do this story arc. It has me really concerned with with archetype debuts. Anyway, so after that, Jim apologizes for the behavior. You know, they good. Unlike Louise, they had good hearts, but They just grew up in a world that was just cruel. So it makes it really hard trusting people. So yeah, it makes them really good characters. And the tragedy that happens later in the story, emotional. Again, those who not playing the game, I'm not spoiling. I'll try my best not to slip it out either. Those who know, no. It's very emotional. I was giving my boy all archetype awakenings on YouTube for a while, you know, so I wouldn't be spoiled on how they awaken and the story works, you know, so I wouldn't be spoiled anything that happens. And I deliberately avoided the ending so I wouldn't know the story how it ended. I was trying my best to resist temptation. I'm glad I did. It was worth it. So anyway, after that, uh, I got a situation. Julia reports on what some knowledge she's got. Hey, let's do longer. Jimmy reveals looks familiar when they attack. That's secret from before, but it's revealed what they is. A human. Also, the game explains the action. Guys don't know, of course, because she does not have an archetype in the story here yet. Unlike in the game where she already had it. Again, it has to be really concerned to how she's going to awaken to it. It has to be really concerned. But anyway, after that. Right. You know, trust. The local basically says the ship will sink if they don't do anything. The brothers are not helping out. Long will to deal with Russian blow on the sea on the monster. You know, say it's just a one-time thing when they had to get the ship because the ship's blowing and then you get warm. Do you know about Knox's sensitive level for it? Again, it's not funny. And that explains the one ruler trip. They finally made it to Burger Island. As the chapter ends on a tease of another character. Again, I know who this character is because I played the game, and I like a character. But again, Russian bins. It's gonna be really awkward if they're both awakened to their archetypes in the same time, like they did with like Straw and Olgenberg, which made no damn sense. They really lost the effectiveness of the characters and their motivations to awaken those powers. But that was chapter 15 of the Metaphor manga. Again, it's mixed. I'm mixed on it because on one hand I enjoy it as a fan of the game, but also as a fan of the game, I could criticize a lot of areas that some decisions that really affected it badly. So if you want to give the series a read, you can read it on Manga Plus officially. Because it may take a while for the English volumes to come out. Currently there are 3 volumes out in Japan. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to please up on my small square channel, make sure you get recent so let's think about some Steelball run story throughs as more chapters coming on in quite a few days. So I look forward to that. Super Jump out.